Hi everyone, this is Charlene. Today I'm going to talk to you about emotional support animals and why they should be allowed in public. I say, for my first main point, is that I think that they should be allowed in public. The American Disabilities Act has very clear rules that both sides have to follow, both the owners of, say, a store or a restaurant, and also the people that are coming in and out. They are not as geared for the owner of a place out in public. Um, you're not allowed to ask if by chance um, the dog is certified. You're not allowed to ask what school that they went to. You're not allowed to ask the person what their disability is. You can ask them a few questions. You can ask them, is this dog going to be in here for the purposes of a disabled person? And you can't even say you, even if the person's, clearly with the dog. And also, you can ask them what service they provide while being in there. Those are the only two questions you can ask. Okay, and I got that source directly from the American with Disability Act. Now, they say service animals. The reason they say service animals was because recently they updated it that in some areas you can actually have a small horse, a miniature horse. However, even though federal does trump state, so to speak, that's kind of funny that I said that. But anyway, the states can make their own rules. They can't say no service animals, but they could restrict it to dogs, and that's what they've done. And I got that off of mass.gov. That's my other source. Okay, so thing is basically that every single service animal does have to go through um, very rigorous training in order for them to be able to know what they're doing and service their person. So if it's to pull a wheelchair, they're going to know how to pull a wheelchair. If it's for emotional, the thing is that you don't know if that person would have even gotten out of bed and gone to do anything if it wasn't for this animal. If that animal is what drives that person to be a healthier person, then that should be enough for them to qualify. Now, you have to pay for the training. There's no doubt about that. So these things that you get on the internet, oh, you want a letter for the ESA? The ESA doesn't have to let, nobody has to let an ESA dog into public, okay, right now. Even with a doctor's note saying that it is an ESA, it doesn't matter. But again, they can't ask you for your license. They can't even ask for vaccinations, which that's where I was going to get at in my next point. But anyway, basically, if by chance more people got notes and that way they were able to prove to people that they really do have a disability, then I don't think there's anything wrong with it. You could call it whatever you want. It doesn't matter. But when somebody has an emotional disability, and maybe they're not schizophrenic, maybe it's not a mental illness like autism, or I don't know, you can name off anything. You know what I'm talking about. So basically, that emotional support animal is helping that person just live a decent life. Okay, so my third thing is that my third main point is that I believe that the rules should be changed. I believe that every single animal should be trained for whatever their person's disability is. The person has to pay for it, whether they raise money, whatever, they have to pay for it. There has to be a doctor's note. And there should be places that you can get, like a little doggy registry of deeds, a registry of motor vehicles. This could be, for dogs that you have to get a license with the dog's picture on it. And basically it's gonna, up-to-date vaccinations, so that'll be checked off. However long they want to keep it for expiring, every 5 years, every 3 years, whatever. And people should be able to ask. Because what if that dog did come in, wasn't trained, didn't get its shots, and bit someone? Yeah, they can sue the person, but if the person doesn't have anything, what's that going to do? So I think overall, in conclusion, I think it's a great idea. And I think that they should actually let these animals in and get them trained properly. And that way, the ones that are trying to get around the system can't. Thank you. Have a great day. Thanks for the course.